Hello everybody, welcome back to Video Gaming Over 40, and we're looking again here at the Dwarves. So let's head on this way. Ooh, there's a lot of movement. Alright, I'm gonna head, is that where I want to go, or do I want to go here? I don't want to run into any more orc war bands if I can avoid it, but I kind of want to explore what this is all about. I don't know if these orcs are actually attacking. Oh,
Axeldale is shrouded in an eerie silence as you approach. There's not a single fishing boat on the river, and many of the houses are now just burnt-out ruins.
The big-nosed beasts have made a grim job of it. Seems they don't like fish.
Boendal gives his brother a reproachful look. There are dead bodies everywhere, but it seems to you that there should be more of them. For a brief moment, you hoped that the villagers had fled. But then you realize that the orcs were probably hungry after their victory, and your stomach turns. Boendal lays a hand on your shoulder.
Let's go. There's nothing more we can do for these people. But maybe there are others we can help.
So I can't go that way. Alright, so I'm just gonna go... oh, I can't go there either. Alright. I'm just gonna go towards this, I'm just gonna go towards this.
By the evening campfire, Boendil rummages around in his rucksack and pulls out a cheese wrapped in a cloth. He sticks a fist-sized piece on a spit and grills it on the fire.
Ah, there's nothing better than grilled cheese at the end of a long day.
The smell it gives off makes you hold your breath.
Oh, it smells like my socks after weeks of marching in my boots.
Oh, picky, are you? Hardly surprising, considering you were brought up by humans. It's ruined your taste.
Boendil holds the stinky cheese at the end of the stick under your nose.
Eat, and stop complaining.
You pull the warm piece of cheese from the stick. It tastes dreadful. Your fingers will smell of it for the next few days, and probably your mouth will too. There are dead orcs lying in the defensive trenches and strewn over the meadows in front of the city. Some of the locals are busy throwing the bodies on pyres, while others repair the minor damage done to the city wall.
Let's enter this town since it
You enter the city and the garrison at its center without being spoken to. It is only when you reach a heavy oak door that leads, you assume, to the commanding officer's headquarters, that you are halted by a guard.
Dwarves, eh? Seems we aren't to be spared anything these days. What do you want?
You had dealings with orcs too. I didn't know that Steepletown was so big. I'd like to speak to your commander. We'll be on our way.
It looks like you've got an orc problem.
Had. Our scouts detected the army early on, and we were able to repel them without any great losses. A small army of orcs like that couldn't breach our mighty walls.
Your mighty walls look like they're about to collapse under their own weight.
The soldier isn't intimidated by Boendil. He juts his chin out confidently.
At least they stopped the orcs, unlike your dwarven walls in the north.
Ooh.
I didn't know that Steepleton was so big. Impressive place.
We have fertile meadows. That's what we have to thank for the city's growth in recent years. At the time of my grandparents, Steepleton was nothing more than the tower on a hill with a couple of houses. Now we have a market, a temple, and of course, there are royal messengers stationed in the tower, which doesn't do the city's coffers any harm at all.
You said you had messengers here. I'd like to send a carrier pigeon to Lot Yonen in Yonendar.
Lot Yonen in Yonendar. No problem. It will cost you 90 gold pieces.
Let's do it.
If the carrier pigeon delivers my message safely to Lot-Yonan, then it's worth its weight in gold.
Then I'll send for a scribe. You can dictate your message and
Thank you, but I can write it myself. Paper and ink will be sufficient.
The guard nods. You don't blame him for thinking you are illiterate. Very few ordinary folk can read or write. Once you've been given the writing implements, you write down a summary of what happened at the meeting of the Alf and the Orcs.
Oh, that's good. Alright.
I must speak with your commander.
Commander Valor doesn't have time. He's still very busy dealing with the aftermath of the Orc attack.
Alright.
Commander Valor is dealing with the Orc problem, and I have important information concerning it. I witnessed a meeting of the Orc Lords.
The guard eyes you with interest and tries to judge whether you can be trusted. Finally, he stands up, opens a door, and enters the room ahead of you. The commander looks up from his work. The guard repeats what you told him.
Your information about the Orcs could be useful. We have fought them back, but not yet defeated them. Come in.
The commander listens attentively, and now and then asks questions, as you tell him about the 3 Orc armies and the meeting of the chieftains with the Alf Sintharas.
This sounds very grave. I will send out messengers. We must be prepared.
The Orc army that attacked you was able to escape.
What was left of it, they headed south. Unfortunately, I can't send anyone after them until the damage to the wall is repaired.
The commander looks at you with a disgruntled expression. It suddenly seems clear to him who he has standing in front of him.
If you're interested, you could try and wipe out the mob that got away and collect the bounty.
Killing pig noses and getting paid for it? Where's the heads?
You grin at Boindil, and then turn back to the commander.
We'll see what we can do. We must press on. Farewell, Commander Valor.
Kill as many Orcs as you can, Dwarves. Palandir will be with you.
Okay. So, is this the Orc group that they want me to take out? Went south? I think that must be them. So,
You see a camp with a wagon and 2 people on the edge of the path. Behind them, Black Saddle towers up above a thick, dark forest, about a half a day's journey away.
let's go find out what's going on.
You don't want to give them a shock, so you address them while you're still a distance away.
Hello, friends. Is there any space by your fire?
The 2 traders look up and visibly jump when they see you 3 dwarves.
Ah, hello. Yes, of course.
It doesn't escape your attention that you seem to be causing the traders some uneasiness, but you take up their offer and sit down. The twins follow your example.
We're only travelers. We're looking for someone who's said to live on Black Saddle. A hermit.
Someone who lives here?
The traders exchange amazed looks.
If they live here, they must be mad.
Normally we wouldn't stop and rest here, but the horses are too exhausted. Our departure from Parista was delayed and we must have driven them too hard.
Why does Black Shadow make you feel uneasy?
Why does Black Saddle make you feel uneasy? It doesn't look particularly inviting, but it's only a mountain.
Only a mountain? You don't know the legend?
The trader looks at you and the twins for affirmation, but you all shake your heads.
Black Saddle was once known as Cloud Piercer, and it towered up into the heavens, the upper slopes of pure gold and the summit covered in snow. The humans wanted to attain this wealth, but the smooth slopes and the dazzling summit made the climb impossible. They called on the dwarves to help them. They were able to tunnel up through Cloud Piercer to the top. They hollowed it out and carried away the gold. The humans demanded that the treasure be shared, but the dwarves refused, and as they argued, the mountain began to tremble. There were too many holes inside for it to hold together. It collapsed and buried both greedy parties underneath it. The mountain lost its tremendous size and its beauty, and ever since has haunted both humans and dwarves with its erosive hatred, causing even the rocks to turn black over time.
Never heard of it. Sounds like human tittle-tattle. Dwarves would never hollow out a mountain so much that it collapses.
You come from Parista. How are things there?
No news to speak of, I'd say. Well, except for Nudin the Knowledge Lusty.
You know Nudin the Knowledge Lusty. Lot Yonan introduced him to you many years ago during a visit.
What about him?
Oh, nothing really. Just rumors.
You nod at the trader to continue.
He's behaving strangely and disappears into his tower for days on end.
And he looks ill, apparently. But that's what someone I know said. Perhaps he got a spell wrong.
What if his name's Knowledge Lusty? I don't think he's into romance novels, so I don't... Maybe he read something he shouldn't. Do I want to buy anything? I don't think I want to buy anything, but I might as well look. Oh. Alright, what do we got? Provisions. Small healing potion. Small elixir. Protection. I want one of these. Oh, he's only got one. Okay. And the food. Yeah, let's take it all. Alright. We don't need that stuff. Come on. Alright.
Later in the night, after eating together and some friendly conversation by the campfire, you all decide to sleep, but you take the first watch. It's a night in which nothing happens, and the next morning the traders set off early. After breakfast, you also continue on your journey.
Alright. So I can go here, or I can check out that ore core.
You approach Scalebrook through its expansive fields and spot smoke rising up into the sky. A short while later, you can hear the cries of battle, and finally you can smell the tallow on the orc's armor. Scalebrook is at war.
Let's lend our axes. Attack the orcs to defend Scalebrook. Yes. Let's do it. Let's do this. This is what we're talking about. Let's get in there and get our axes dirty. Get some levels. Hopefully not wipe. Alright. Alright. Let's do it. Whoa. Start fight.
Quick! We have to help those people!
Yes, we do.
I didn't hit you very hard! Too easy! Pow! Another one bites the dust!
These guys. Get him down. Get him down.
Find somewhere safe to hide. We'll come back for you once we've saved the other villagers.
Too easy!
And again!
Oh!
Kill!
I didn't hit you very hard! Who's next?
And again!
We'll help this girl. Help that girl.
Kill!
Come on. Come on, boys.
He hardly put up a fight.
This girl's about to go down.
Yeah!
You do it?
That's it! They're fleeing!
All right.
I don't think so. They're just rallying.
Oh.
And that's what we should do too. Come on.
Thank you so much. You saved us.
Not yet. The orcs are rallying. You must join us.
But we can't.
You must. Here they come.
All right. Protect them. Protect them. Let's get in there and get our hands dirty. Get them, boys. Yeah. Yeah. Get up. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Smash him.
Too easy.
Come on. Come on, you.
I didn't hit you very
Come
hard.
on, give me my thing. Give me my thing. Yes. Yes. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Who else wants some? Get in there. Yes.
Vile creature! He hardly put up a fight! And again! Vile creature!
Ow! Another one bites the dust.
And again!
Look at this big guy. Look at this big guy.
I didn't hit you very hard.
Don't you even try it. Don't you even try it. You want some of this? I'm gonna fight you right here. You.
Who's next?
Alright, let's get in here.
Too easy.
Get in here. Finish him. Finish him.
He hardly put up a
Finish
fight!
him. Finish this guy. Yes. End him. Hey.
Yeah!
Oh, there's more. Is that it? Where are the rest? Are they behind us? I hear them. Come on, my brave warriors. Come on. Whoa, arrows? Go upstairs. Come on. Come on. Let's finish them. Yes.
Kill! Vile creature! What is it?
Hey, come on. I got enemies up here. Sorry, lady. Come here. Did we take him? What just happened?
While Boindale still hunts the last of the orcs through the alleyways of the village, you and Boendal are already helping search for survivors. Various villagers, all with shocked, ashen faces, come and thank you for saving them. A middle-aged man nervously steps from one foot to the other and tries to force a smile.
My father, the village elder, he is dead. I think I must follow in his footsteps, so I thank you in the name of Scalebrook. He left behind some gold as a dowry for my sister. She's...
The man bows his head, produces a leather pouch, and kneads it with trembling hands.
If only you'd come earlier.
But before you can reply, the man takes a deep breath and forces himself to look at you.
What am I saying? How ungrateful. Thanks to you, many of us are still alive. My daughter may be able to marry one day, thanks to your bravery.
The man hesitates briefly, then thrusts the leather pouch towards you.
No, you keep it for your daughter.
We won't accept your gold. Bury your dead, rebuild your village, and be a good father to your daughter.
Boendal looks at you, and you think you can see an approving nod. The man opens his mouth to say something, but then he just shakes his head and finally starts again.
I thank you, dear sir, but there is no way I can let you go with empty hands. Here, take this. My father bought it from a trader, one of your kind.
What do you give me? Nice. All right. That is how we raise the reputation of the dwarves.
After a march through the thick pine forest, Black Saddle, the sinister tabletop mountain, and your journey's destination rises up before you.
Are you sure that the Famulus lives here?
Yes, according to Lot Yonan.
Although you try to put a lot of assurance into your voice, you too see no signs that anyone lives here.
No castle, no tunnel, no camp. There's nothing here but mountain.
Then we'll have to take a closer look.
You do that, scholar. We'll be waiting for you here.
You think about objecting, but it would just be a waste of breath.
Really? I'm gonna go through here by myself. Alright. I'll look around. I'm not scared. I'll look at the forest.
Even the dark evergreen forest seems to be afraid of the Black Mountain.
That's not a good sign. Can I go up here? Oh boy. Hey, dwarf cousins. Why don't you come with me? Aren't you supposed to be keeping me alive for some reason? Alright, I'll go check this out. I'm not scared, I'm a dwarf. Oh, here we go.
An old tree. Looks like it could fall down at any moment. There we go.
Okay. What's this?
Too steep. I can't get a grip anywhere. I should be able to get up here.
Oh my. Oh. Phew.
That was close.
Try again?
I hope this is all worth it.
Would you look at that tree?
Here's a... No, forget it.
Huh? Alright. Nothing over here.
Definitely a rock face.
Ooh. I hear moaning, guys. What's this?
There's something engraved on it.
You realize with surprise that they are runes in the Dwarven language.
Built with the blood of our enemies, be unyielding as the rock, and soak the land in their blood.
Oh,
Huh?
shouldn't I go back for the lads? Maybe not. Alright. Maybe go grab the twins?
Hello?
Okay. Okay, there's runes on the ground. That looks pretty cool over there. Let's see, let's look around. What's this? Shinies? Shinies? What is back here? Ale? Well, looks like I'm supposed to go here.
Master Garen? Lot Yonan sent me to bring some items back to you. My inquiries are almost at an end. That means I can finally go to be with my sunshine. I have never been to Greenglade, but I think I will like it there. I deposited my most valuable things in the grave of Horengarth before my departure and secured it with magic. The password is...
You recognize the following words as rune names, but they're written in the learned language, so you don't know which they are.
Greenglade. Oh, great.
Useful. An eternal flame. I know who taught him that.
A Zoroastrian?
You see sketches and notes on the architectural features, statues and wall reliefs. It seems Garen spent a lot of time studying this place.
Maybe he's a kind of a dwarf historian, or maybe he's just a treasure hunter. Hello? Is anyone there?
Oh boy.
It looks as though Garen lived in the fortress for a while. It also seems that he left several lunar orbits ago.
He's not stealing. It would just be a shame if the provisions went off.
Correct. Oh yeah, I like the brazier too. I'll be more than happy to make some light in this place. Yeah. Let's get the party going.
A series of weapons that are all clearly of dwarven origin. The spider webs and rust suggest they have been here for quite a while. Maybe even centuries.
Should we take some? No? Can't take any weapons? No. What's this? Oh, what's in here? Oh, there's steps. Oh, I can't go that way. That sucks. Alright. Any more lights we can make? More things we can light up?
A rune. Clearly magical.
I smell a puzzle. Okay, so might have something to do with the sound.
Graves. Could be buried here.
That's not right. Alright. Well, that one stayed lit. Okay. Let's try this one. That one stayed lit. Alright. See this one? Yes. No. Okay. Alright, so it's this one. It's this one. Then this one. Then it has to be this one. And then this guy. Okay.
Ah, that's it.
Now I'm a grave robber. What'd you leave in here?
Goren's most valuable belongings. Letters from his lover, a silk scarf that must have belonged to her, and a medallion.
Take the medallion. Okay. I think I want to leave. I think I found everything. I don't really want to know what's lurking in the shadows. Let me head back down to the boys, and we can go to the Green Glade.
So, Scholar, what are the results of your inquiries?
There is an abandoned fortress in the mountain, and I think it belonged to the Thirdlings.
Boindale's eyes narrow.
The blasted dwarf killers!
A Thirdling fortress? Here? In the middle of Girdlegard? We must let High King Gundrabur know about this.
The fortress has been long abandoned by the looks of it. Anyway, I can't go to Ogre's death until I have completed my quest. Goren is in Greenglade. The High King. Why do you want to bring me to him?
All right then. It's about the choice of the new High King. Gandagar, the King of the Fourthlings, is with his entourage in Ogre's death and is supposed to ascend the throne.
But our acting High King Gundrabur wants to prevent that from happening. He fears that Gandagar wishes to instigate a war against the elves.
Okay. Dwarves normally don't get along with elves, but what does that have
But what
to do
have
with
I
me?
got to do with that?
Boindale is about to say something, but is silenced by a nudge in the side from his brother.
High King Gundrabur will explain everything when the time comes.
You look distrustfully from one twin to the other. Boindale has donned an innocent expression, and Boendal doesn't give you the impression that he has anything else to say on the matter.
What does this King Gandagar have against the elves?
Dwarves and elves just don't get along. Brachus and Satalia made us that way.
I know that, but going to war for just that after all this time?
Well, there must be more behind it. They say that the King of the Fourthlings is full of hatred and is a hothead in this matter.
A Thirdling fortress? Here, in the heart of Girdlegard? That's strange, isn't it?
And worrying. But they've always been wily. They move in the shadows and kill there too if they can. Do you know their story?
I've read about it. Lorenber, their progenitor, rejected the name that Vrakas gave him, who in turn did not give him any special talent, so his kingdom studied war.
It helps them defending the East, but it also meant they ended up confronting the other kingdoms. No dwarf would ever even think of injuring one of his kind, never mind killing them. But the dwarf killers are proud of it. When they were even more powerful, they wanted to become the rulers of all dwarves. They are envious of our skills. They haven't been heard of for a long time, but you can be sure there isn't a single dwarf alive who doesn't hate them.
Whatever, your High King must wait. I have a quest to carry out in Greenglade.
But our quest is...
Boindil raises a placatory hand and throws his rucksack onto his back in preparation.
Let it be, dear brother. Look at him. He has made his decision, and you will not be able to change his stubborn dwarven mind.
You can't help but smile.
You got that right. You got that right. Okay. So... Greenglade is way up here. Alright, what's the best way to do that? Well, I might as well go back this way.
While taking a rest, you see a cart trundling along the road not far away from you. A young couple are sitting on the box seat, clearly in love and more interested in each other than the rest of the world around them. The sight reminds you of a long, unanswered question.
So, I was wondering, what do female dwarves look like?
Pretty.
Very pretty.
Uh-huh.
You were expecting a little more information.
Do they have beards?
No, I would say it's more like fluff. Oh, very attractive.
Oh my.
And what do they do? I mean, are they warriors too?
In our kingdom, most take care of domestic life. They take the animals down to the meadows and the valleys, make sure the larders are full and there's plenty of good beer, and make our clothes.
It only ever causes problems when men and women stand shoulder to shoulder in battle.
Some of them are talented stonemasons and smiths, and beware of insulting their skills. They are no less proud than we are.
Okay. Got a little thing I can do over here, so let's pop on over this way. Yes.
You arrive at a small, bustling village. One thing is clearly missing from the lively scene: the sound of metal on metal from the village smithy that would normally be heard above everything else at this time of day. A dour, grim-looking man is sitting in front of the forge with his right arm in a sling. His expression brightens as he sees you, and he jumps to his feet.
Dear dwarves, could I interest you in helping me in my workshop for a day?
The man's expression is somewhere between desperation and hope. As you don't answer immediately, he continues.
You will, of course, be royally rewarded for your work. I can offer you 100 gold pieces.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
What happened to your arm?
A stupid accident. A box of blanks fell down. I was trying to catch it. It will heal, fortunately, but I won't be able to wield my hammer for a while.
You must have quite a backlog of work.
You nod sympathetically. You always felt bad if you were ill or couldn't work in the forge for some reason or other.
Loads. But if what I hear about the metalworking skills of the dwarves is true, it will be easy for you to manage it in a day.
Yeah, I'll help you.
I'll help you. I worked in a forge for a while.
You modestly conceal that in this case, a while means almost a whole human lifetime. A little later, you are standing in the workshop, examining the smith's inferior tools, while he fires up the forge and prepares everything for the job, as well as he can, with just one good arm. You weren't able to persuade the twins to help you. As warriors, they'd rather go hunting, Boindil declared. But you think it's more probable that you'll find them drinking beer. But you don't care. You're excited about being able to smith again after such a long time. Hours later, you have forgotten everything around you. The heat of the forge, the sweat on your warm skin, the play of the flames. You're in your element, and work as if in a trance. The smith left the workshop ages ago, with a satisfied grin on his face.
Oi, I'm talking to you.
You look up in surprise. Everything but the beating of the hammer had ceased to exist, and you didn't notice that someone has come in.
Can you do it?
You immediately dislike the middle-aged man. He sounds you out so doggedly with his light grey eyes that it feels as though he wants to look right through you and into your deepest thoughts. The man points to 2 horses.
Those 2, in 1 hour.
These 2 need shoeing. Oh, no problem.
The man doesn't look convinced, but you get to work with confidence after examining the horses' hooves. 2 more armed men are standing next to the horses, sizing you up. You concentrate on the work. The only sound you hear is the melodic beat of the hammer against the anvil. You keep track of the armed men out of the corner of your eyes. You suspect they are mercenaries. While you're fitting the 3rd horseshoe, another armed man enters the forge and speaks in hushed tones with the leader of the group.
He's the only one here.
The man nods in your direction, and you quickly shift your attention back to the work. You play it cool and complete the work. As the leader of the mercenaries pays you, you have the feeling that he is trying to transfix you with his eyes. The men leave the workshop without a word.
So, you're mercenaries, I take it?
You're only trying to engage in conversation, but the man looks at you incredulously, as if he didn't expect dwarves to be able to talk.
Something like that.
Got lots of work? Oh, do you know anything about the armies of orcs from the south?
We can't complain.
The man's tone makes it clear that the conversation has ended here. You carry out the work in silence. As the leader of the mercenaries pays you, you have the feeling that he is trying to transfix you with his eyes. The men leave the workshop without a word.
Follow them in a secret? No. Concentrate on
You
the rest of
ignore
work.
the horsemen and concentrate on your work. When you tell the twins about your visitors later on, they know exactly who you're talking about. They encountered them on the way back from hunting. You spend the night in the smith's house and continue on your way, with your well-earned reward the next morning.
Good deal. Alright, there's a merchant there. I don't care. I want to continue on to Green Glade. Doesn't look like there's anything going on over there. Just gonna keep on moving up to Green Glade.
You approach the village and can tell even from far off that something isn't right. The smell of burnt wood and death is in the air.
Maybe I shouldn't have stopped that and helped the smith.
By Vracus.
The piggies have really shown those pointy ears. We couldn't have done it any better.
Stay alert. I want to find out what happened to Garen.
Oh man.
The elf maiden's graceful
Oh my.
snow-white face still radiates beauty, in terrible contrast to the rest of her appearance. From the neck down, she is nothing more than a blood-red, damp and glistening skeleton. There are long nails sticking through her thin bones, and where her beautiful eyes once were, are now gaping black holes.
These orcs have got to pay. These are some pretty brutal orcs. What's this?
The hand that painted this picture was that of a master. It is composed exclusively in shades of red, but every single little detail is painstakingly and precisely reflected. Trees, the remains of buildings, bodies. You hesitate.
This picture portrays the village in its state of ruin.
Examining the canvas more closely, you realize that it is actually made of skin, and the red paint seems more than suspicious now.
Yeah, that paint's going in the fire.
This is the most disgusting thing I have ever seen.
None of that. What's going on over here? Bodies. Nothing. Okay, I saw hoof prints over here. What about this door? In here? No. Let me follow these hoof prints. What's this? What's this? What's this? Yes.
Hoof prints burned into the ground.
Horses.
On fire?
The fire in Boindill's eyes flares up with delight.
Huzzah! That would make a change from those stupid Peggies. Did you hear that, brother? We might get to test our blades on Tion's pointy ears.
Green Glade was one of the few places in Girdlegard where humans and elves lived together. You don't see any elven features among all the faces contorted with pain and fear. You look away.
Alright. What's about this? Oh, look, the door's already busted open. Check it out.
You have read about the elves and their buildings. This here had always just been a small example of their architectural skill, which achieved perfection in Alandur. Now burning and ruined, the pavilion makes an even sadder impression.
Alright, let's see if we can go inside. Oh yeah. Oh, what's this?
The body of the man is riddled with arrows and is lying in a small patch of undamaged ground, while a sea of flames must have raged in a circle around him. The robes remind you of those of Lot Yonan's famuli. This, plus the fact that the man used magic, makes you quite sure that this is Garen.
Garen had these books on him when he was attacked. Was he trying to bring them to safety?
Your eyes fall upon a sealed letter next to the books. The circumstances seem grave enough for you to break the seal.
Greetings, Tugger. I am glad to hear that you finally wish to confide in Lot Yonan. I have found out something new about the demon. It's all written in these books.
Oh, gosh.
I think they are the key to his destruction, or I hope so, at least. Yours faithfully, Garen. What demon are they talking about?
You instinctively think about how the magical barrier is only a few days' march north of here, and beyond it, Varakas only knows what kind of creatures live in the Perish Land.
You destroyed my painting. Now I need fresh blood to paint a new one.
This crazy girl.
Huzzah! This will be fun. We finally get to fight.
I hope your blood doesn't clot too much. It has to be nice and fluid for my fine brushstrokes.
Ha! How do you plan to defeat us, pointy ears? There are 3 of us.
Oh, only 3. That makes it easier.
She looks over the corpses.
Othar and Lueth Buanre.
Oh, great. She can raise
What's
the dead.
happening? That's the perished land.
Impossible. Greenglade is south of the barrier.
I know of nothing else that can resurrect the dead.
Throw.
Knock their heads off or they'll keep coming back.
Throw your axe at him. Yes, that's good. Let's give you this. Alright. Alright, here we go. Knock her out. Yeah, go ahead and take her out. Oh, these guys. Oh, okay. Okay.
I didn't hit you very hard! Pow!
God.
Another one bites the dust! Too easy!
Oh gosh. Guys.
I didn't hit you very hard! Too easy!
He hardly put up a fight. I can't do that yet. Kill.
Another one bites the dust!
And again. He hardly put up a fight.
Alright.
Vile creature. Kill. Who's easy?
Alright.
Vile creature. Please wait a moment.
Pow! Another one bites the dust!
He hardly put up a fight.
I didn't hit you very hard! Too easy!
Kill. And again. Vile creature.
Alright.
Kill. And again. I have bow and dart. Give me a hand. Yeah. Vile creature.
Okay. Okay. Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we kill her? Is she dead?
What is it? I have bow and dart. Give me a hand.
You fought honorable, however, you've been defeated. What? We did fine. We took her out. I was fine. Everybody was up. Everybody was up. I guess we can't lose anybody. Alright. Yes. No. You. Give you this. Give you that. Give you that. Oh, so you can't have anything else like that. Alright, I see. Alright, and then give you that. Alright. Kill all the undead. Alright, I got that. I got that.
And again.
I got you. I got you. I got you. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. I wasted that.
Who's next?
I wasted that. Come on. Come on.
I didn't hit you very hard! Yes!
He hardly put up a fight.
Too easy! I didn't hit you very hard!
He hardly put up a fight.
Pow! Another one bites the dust!
Who's next?
Too easy!
Kill.
Don't rush me! Hey! I didn't hit you very hard!
He cheated!
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna give everybody healing potions. Okay. No, you get this. You get this. You get that. Alright, let's do it. Get out of the way.
Vile creature!
Too easy!
And again!
I didn't hit you very hard! Pow! Another one bites the dust!
And again! Vile creature! He hardly put up a fight!
What is it?
And what now? And again! He hardly put up a fight! Vile creature!
Who's next? Too easy!
Vile creature! Vile creature! Kill!
I can't do that yet.
And again! Kill!
I didn't hit you very hard!
Give me a hand!
Yes?
Huh? And again! Give me a
They're hitting me
hand!
pretty hard. I need help over here, quickly.
What is it?
They're hitting me pretty hard.
And what now?
Alright, now your turn. Now your turn. Cut her down. Cut her down. Cut her down. Cut her down. Yes! Dark Elf. What the? What the?
Dwarves,
What?
you protected the glade.
Oh my gosh.
The perished land. The barrier has fallen.
You can feel your stomach cramping. Unlike Boindale, you can't say a word.
The damn mage I only had one job!
So this is what it is like to rise from the dead. I feel nothing. I am left with nothing. My love, my beauty, my home, and my forest. Everything has been taken from me. I beg you, have mercy and put an end to my suffering.
Without even being able to look into her eyes, you recognize the sadness in the elf maiden's expression. The dignity that she must once have radiated can only be imagined in her current state.
Garen was here, and I've heard that you elves have special abilities in battle. Did the Alfar take you by surprise in your sleep?
I felt her presence, but when I confronted the elf, she had already killed the first of us. and resurrected the perished land. It fills humans and dwarves with a hatred for life. It turns you into beasts. They charge through the village like a fury, and everyone that they killed became one of theirs.
If the perished land spreads further south, then Nod-On won't need any orcs, ogres, or Alfar. One human losing their life in the perished land would be enough for the madness to sweep through the land like the plague.
Alright, so I don't know what to do. Well, I know what I would do. I would definitely lop off this elf's head, but I don't know if she would be an ally for the coming battles, but I can't leave her like this, so.
Your stomach turns, but you know that it's right. You've never seen the twins looking so serious. They would pit themselves against any army of orcs, but this is something beyond their power, and yours.
We need the Magi. They must rebuild the barrier.
We need...
We must go to Lot-Yonan before the perished land spreads further. He will know what is to be done.
Neither of your companions objects.
I can't believe it. The barrier has fallen. How could that happen?
Who could tell? Anything could go wrong with all that hocus-pocus.
It had held back the perished land since the fall of the Fifthlings. Reinforcing the barrier whenever it loses power is the primary duty of the Great Magi. I can't imagine how Nod-On or anyone else could have broken through it.
You think of the demons mentioned in Garen's letter. You wonder whether it could be possible that a demon from the outer lands might possess powers so great that even the 6 Magi weren't ready for it.
Oh, we leveled up a lot. Okay, what can we do? What can we do? Damage boost. Alright. Battle rush. Can we buy that? Oh no, we have to buy these. Okay. Charge. I liked charge. I like charge. Okay. I confirm. What's that? I finally carved ivy figurine. Very valuable. Okay. Alright. Alright. Well, this story took a turn, guys. It's pretty heavy. So, I think we gotta go all the way down back here. So, it's gonna be quite a trip. So, we're gonna end this episode here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching our World of Kings videos. We're really enjoying putting those out. Thank you for all the support with those, and we'll talk to you guys again next time. This is Video Gaming Over 40, signing out.